It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Phoenix Suns at U.S. Airways Center. For Phoenix, it's been a difficult part of the season. We've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won in
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Phoenix, the home of the Suns, the U.S. Airways Center. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns, back on the road tomorrow. Looking at where they've been, guys, where they're headed right now, hard to say exactly considering they have not played that well.
You know, during the course of a long season, one of the things that you really look forward to is that approaching All-Star break. It gives you a chance to get some physical and mental rest and really to get away from the game, your teammates and your coaches, and that's not always a bad thing.
And even though it's not a huge chunk of time, it feels like it is because you've been going nonstop for so long. Even just a few days can allow you to recharge those batteries.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Johnson. Jarrett Jack is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Young, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Phoenix on defense. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Here's Johnson. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Jack for 3. That is good.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Jack. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jack's got 5.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental errors.
Here's Weems. He's coming off a 34-point game against San Antonio.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, you learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bledsoe against Jack. Morris with a screen on Jack. Here's Bledsoe. From past the arc, another 3 for Phoenix.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Johnson in the corner. Shoots it up. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Alex Lenz checked in for Chandler. And Knight subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. The Nets also changing it up. Bargnani comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Thomas Robinson in for Young. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now Knight, 11 points last game. Tucker, an easy layup after coming off the pit. Tucker's got 7.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one. It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on defense.
And the whistleblower is going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. John Lure, he's checked in for Morris. T.J. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Booker in for Sonny Weems. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. Ellington comes in for Bogdanovich. Phoenix with the ball. Trailing by 4. Here's Booker. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Free throw good, Booker. And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already.
Offensive rebound. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Back to Bargnani. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Jarrett Jack.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start, because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
And so here's Phoenix. Up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter-Williams.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And stolen by Ellington. In transition, here come the Nets. And here they go. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Here's Lure. And down it goes!
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your son.
And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Sonny Weems is out there at Bledsoe, and it's Chandler in at the center position. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. And good on the basket. Book it. 9 points for Markieff Morris.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Tucker. Ellington defending. Weems kicks to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Down low, Chandler. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And the first timeout called in the game for Brooklyn. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
And the Nets making a change here. Jack's checked in.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Nets.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast breaking style, and they are all in.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. So Jack will go to the free throw line. It's on Tyson Chandler. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Now here's Bledsoe. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Tries from 10, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Thaddeus Young. Phoenix has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Chandler. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game. Nets trail by 5. Jack's shot is good. Jack's got 12 points in the game. Phoenix has gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Tucker dishes to Bledsoe. He kicks to Chandler. Here's Tucker. Gets to the corner and buries it. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And now the Suns, a fast break. Bledsoe's running. A baseline J. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Now it's a 7-point Phoenix lead.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bledsoe with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. And then for Brooklyn, Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Young. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Joe Johnson. And Bogdanovic kicks to Robinson. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He feeds it to Bargnani. 6 to shoot. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. Here's Knight. 5 points in the game.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college.
That's good. Bogdanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Knight against Jack. Knight into the lane. And the Suns tack on 2 more. And going back to international comparisons, Bargnani was keeping some pace with Nowitzki over his first 5 years. But that's when the injury bug laid into him, and that's not been the case.
You know, and Bargnani was really starting to play great on the offensive end, and defensively, he started to make an impact. But Nowitzki, on the other hand, just kept rising all the way to that true Hall of Fame status. Bargnani still searching.
Now, here's Knight. Following the miss by Thomas Robinson. Lure the pass to Len. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And it's a 9-point Phoenix lead. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Warren. Robinson against Knight. That's tipped. Here's Bargnani with the 3. And the first half.
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with Tyson Chandler. And Tyson, what was the difference between the first and second quarter in terms of the adjustments?
Well, we did a better job of getting back in transition. You know, they took a lot of three-point shots and made them, and we were able to slow them down in the second quarter.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2. Big-time play throughout the first half by Markieff Morris. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after...
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Suns leading by 9. Kicking off the second half, here's Lionel Hollins 5. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Bogdanovic in at the 2. No good from Bledsoe.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Young outside. He dishes it to Johnson. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Johnson's got the first points of the second half here for Brooklyn. Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bogdanovich dishes to Jack. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. Back to Bledsoe. This is to Weems. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Weems got 12 points in the game. Outside Jack. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Passes it to Tucker. Bledsoe dishes to Chandler. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe. Pass to Tucker. Lets it go from deep. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for his plus some big ones as well ever since he came into the league. Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
His stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Off target with the open look. Nets trail by 10. Here's Johnson. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Johnson's got 13.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Phoenix calls timeout. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Well, you said it. I mean, often it's the teams that are in the middle of the pack in their conference which more accurately show the conference's strength than a team at the top or the bottom. At least that's how I like to look at it.
And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Morris. He has 14 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he's good on the second. Suns leading by 8. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Count the bucket.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Jack with it, guarded now by Morris. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Ellington. Phoenix has gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Here's Morris, banked in off the glass. Morris has got 20.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Jack passes to Young. Chandler with the rebound. Suns leading by 9. And here's Tucker. He's got 15. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. That's tipped. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. That's good. Johnson's got 17.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Bledsoe against Jack. Bledsoe dishes to Chandler. Now here's Tucker. He's tightly guarded, and Morris throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Jack's shot is good.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. And Bledsoe, here we go. That's good. Bledsoe's got his first points of the night.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Good. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Battles through traffic and lays it in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Now we're talking. He abused the defender off the dribble and then just was able to glide in for the layup.
Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Shots continuing to... All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Nets trail by 4. Brandon Knight is out there with Booker. Then it's John Lure. Then there's Warren. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
And here is Knight following the 3 from Jarrett Jack. Knight into the lane. Can't cash in from the high post.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And it's blocked. And he converts the layup. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And the dunk by Len.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Feeds to Lure. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 5 assists in the game.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Now here is Jack. Robinson passes to Hollis Jefferson to take the lead. And the Nets, another 3.
add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Here's Booker. Back tonight, Len with a screen on Jack. Just 4 to shoot. The rebound by the Nets. Bargnani dishes to Jack. From down in the low post, it goes. And it's a 3-point Nets lead.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
So it's Brooklyn now. Brandon Knight missing his last shot. Takes it off the glass. Bargnani's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Here's Knight after Jarrett Jacks scored. Lets it fly. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Knight. Nets have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. And Jack, here we go. And that one's good. Jack's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Now here's Knight. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that. Some fantastic numbers for Jack. He has 29 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bargnani. Young comes in for Robinson. And it's Johnson in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Can't connect from short range. Nets leading by 6. Here's Bogdanovich. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Bogdanovich has got 21.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 8. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. There's 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. Jack against Bledsoe. Here's Weems. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe against Jack. And he gets it to go. Jack's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And there's the pass to Lopez. Good, and Jack gets the assist.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Morris with the bucket.
And just solid play out of them that time.
52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Young kicks to Lopez. Chandler with the steal.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Here's Weems. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And here are the Nets. Stolen by Bledsoe. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Yes!
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
And the Suns call time here. They're down by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young. He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Right wing. Bogdanovich passes to Jack. And that's an intentional foul. Grid on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Hart.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And tonight, we'll be watching Steph Curry. known for his offensive firepower, but he's made major strides in all areas since coming into this league, Shaq.
Yeah, he didn't have great handles when he entered. Now one of the top 2 dribblers in the league.
Yeah, I agree. You know what the funny thing is?
What?
He used
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. The Nets log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I mean, I'll tell you this. They may have snuck up on some of their opponents here in the early season, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Brook Lopez. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 2 spot. Now here's Curry. Off the pick. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
Iguodala, that's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Young inside. He's against Green, and again, Thaddeus Young. First quarter, just over a minute played. Curry with it. Now Jack defending. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Green's got his first basket of the night.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
That's good.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Jack. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Curry attacking. Rebound, Brooklyn. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Drills it from outside. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Now here's Curry. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
And here is Jack after the 3-pointer from Klay Thompson. Here's Bogdanovich, and the Nets another 3.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple. Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch off where the team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Stephen Curry. That's good. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Curry's shot is good. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Spates. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Yeah, I thought they really tightened up at the end, guys. I mean, I think they were playing not to lose instead of playing to win. You got to go after wins. You can't try to hold on to them. You got to go get them.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
1:06 left here in the opening quarter. Now let's find out what head coach Steve Curry had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He said the player he'll be watching closely in this matchup is Thomas Robinson. He added, you have to respect the energy he brings to the game. That'll be the challenge for our bigs, is matching that energy and physicality. Guys, Robinson a guy with a growing skill set, but it's still that athleticism and hustle that's really his calling card. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Bogdanovich. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. Here's Robinson. Nails the baby hook. Robinson's got his second basket.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Now, here's Green. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. That puts them in the lead. 12 points for Steph Curry.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Bogdanovich. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That three off the mark. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. And it's good. 16 points for Steph Curry.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 3. And Nets head coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's still got a good sense of humor. I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the Net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Just ask Darren Williams.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Bogut out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And it's sent back by Bogut. 3-on-3, and it's blocked. Jack with the three. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but shows the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Out to the right wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lopez, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Young's checked in for Brooklyn. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Spates sets a screen. 5 on the clock. Thompson. Johnson with the defensive effort.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Spade sets a screen for Thompson, and a wide-open look for Iguodala. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Johnson. The feed to Lopez. Jack for 3. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent. And now Klay Thompson with deeper pockets, but never one to splurge. His father taught him well. I mean, his rookie year, he drove the family hand-me-down. He bought his next car used, so his focus is clearly on the game, not the glitz and glamour.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and the Nets making a change here as well. Bogdanovich is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Here's Young. Buries it down low. Young's got 8 points. Here's Iguodala. 6 points for him. Top the key, Barnes. Young with the steal. Here's Johnson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Textbook execution of the fast break for the transition bucket.
And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green is checked in for Iguodala. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Robinson's checked in for Brooklyn. Larkin comes in for Jarrett Jack. Nets passing it around. Young with no one around. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Curry dishes to Barbosa. Spates kicks to Curry. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
And the Nets making a change here. Bargnani's checked in. Here's Barbosa. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
At first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The Nets have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. No good on that one. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Here's Young. Plays it in without an inch of room around him. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter. 59 seconds left in the first half. Curry passes to Barbosa. Spates against Bargnani. Outside Curry. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Green. Just 4 to shoot. Good! Green's got his second bucket of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Nice shot by Larkin.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy's just too much speed.
Golden State's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got 18 points.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Pass to Green. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Curry. No good.
Kevin, we have Brook Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know,
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 18 points, 8 assists, and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Young, Bogdanovich out there with Jarrett Jack. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Bogdanovich, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And the pass to Thompson. Down low. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Nets trail by 3. Lopez left side. The Nets working the ball around now. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. 17-foot shot on the way. Again, the Nets for two.
You know, when he starts to turn it on, Thaddeus Young is hard to turn off.
To the paint, it's tipped. Joe Johnson on the wing. 8 points for him.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
And Young kicks to Johnson. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Well, you've seen some terrific offensive basketball over the last month. A lot of it thanks to the assist numbers put up by these point guards during that time. Jarrett Jack third.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
From the arc. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Johnson.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And Spates gets it to go.
Boy, this is the kind of shooting performance coaches dream of. It makes their job so much easier. An excellent start to this third quarter.
Bogdanovich passes to Lopez. Here's Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Some changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
The Nets making a switch here. Bargnani's checked in. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Iguodala kicks to Green. Thompson for the triple. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. The jump hook. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Hollis Jefferson's got his first points of the night. Golden State's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Then for the Nets, Robinson comes in for Brook Lopez. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Here's Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's 12 points for Draymond Green.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Sean Livingston. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. He's got 6. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Barbosa's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. Here's Larkin. Good on the three-point shot. Larkin's got his third basket of the night right there.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Here's Barbosa. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. In third, the Warriors.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
And, fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Larkin.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Thompson kicks to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 19 points for Draymond Green. The dish to Bogdanovich. From deep. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And here at the end of the fourth quarter, just moments away now as we welcome you back. Nets trail by 10. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the Splash Brothers are the guards. Iguodala, the 3, with Barnes, the stretch 4. And it's Spates in at the center. They get it again. Curry can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And that one's good. That's 12 points for Jarrett Jack.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Snatched up. Rejected by Young. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Curry with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry. Major League big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Spates with a screen on Jack. Another 3 for Golden State.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Takes the 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He's been hot here in the 4th, contributing big at the right time.
And he's, let's face it, hitting everything. A perfect 4 of 4 in the quarter.
Here's Curry with the 3. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Green is checked in for Barnes. And the Nets also making a change. Bogdanovich is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Nets trail by 6. And Jack kicks to Young. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got 4 assists in the game. Curry attacking. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 23.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Jack. Shoots it. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Lets it go from 14. And another basket for Golden State.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
And in a close game like this, it can be won or lost on the board. They've got to keep it up.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
The 3. Kicks it out to Johnson. For 3. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And Spates gets it to go.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State.
Checking in for your Warriors, Andrew Bogut.
Young outside. Jack for 3. They get the rebound. Lopez. Nice D from Bogut.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
It's Thompson off the drive. Can't hit from the elbow.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
58 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors. Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Nice shot by Bogut.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Knocks down the trifecta.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
Always simple math. That's that UNLV education coming to play. He knows all about that as well. Most of his points have been three-point shots.
Come on now. We got calculus at our school.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time. How sweet was that one? Jack has a great-looking shot.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away. And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, time a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the foul.
Yeah, it has to be quick because every tick is critical.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 7. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. Probably.
Andre, a new team, a fresh start, and in front of the Warrior faithful tonight, a great game for you here. Tell us how it feels to get this win here at home with your new teammates.
Well, that was the goal, to give these great fans a good start for the season. Coach talked about how important our home.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player, Stephen Curry. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Shaq, your thoughts? And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the